Hello everyone, welcome back to the 2v2 Warhammer battle. I am bringing the greenskins, my allies, the vampire counts, who are facing off against the wood elves and Bretonia. For my army here, we have 2 wolf riders, 1 vanguard deployed down here, another one right here. I have 3 wolf rider archers, including the main mangy marauders there. My front line is going to be made up of orc biggins, old school biggins, not taking savage orcs for the first time in a while. Just because I haven't used biggins for a while. I think savage orcs are better than these guys, but I mean, you know, might as well bring them here and there. I also got a group of gobos, and then I also do have a couple of nasty skulkers in the back. Ragnar Queen, the Night Goblin Shaman, then we have a war boss and a couple of goblin big bosses right over there. My ally brought 4 black knights, currently dealing with a couple of Glade Riders. We have a bunch of zombies, some cryptors, Graveguard being led by Vlad von Karstein, and a puppy. Then the enemy has, of course, those Glade Riders. We have a Hawk Rider group here. We have a lot of Knights Errant up here with the Fey Enchantress, Damsel of Heavens, a few Battle Pilgrims in a square formation with Peasant Bowmen, 2 Blessed Field Trebuchet. That's the Bretonian Empire, Bretonians forces. Then we have Eternal Guard. We have Glade Guard all through here. We have the Treemen, a Glade Lord on a horse, I believe. Yeah, on a horse. And then a group of War Dancers here, Wild Riders back here, and another War Dancer hidden in the trees, kind of spread out there. That is the like tightest formation. Oh, also I have a Doom Diver catapult. Sorry, I forgot to mention I have a Doom Diver. So my first thing on the menu here of what to deal with is going to be these Glade Riders, because they are very far away from the allied, or from their allied forces. Going to try and run interference on these Hawk Riders with our 3 Goblin Wolf Rider archers, trying to take them out. Eventually these Wolf Riders are going to go bloop, 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 all the way in the forest, and of course these guys are already coming down there to try and deal with them. 4 Black Riders, or Black Knights, trying to deal with these. It's really easy, especially if you have 4. The thing is, though, you just kind of got to cut them off here, get them in the corner, and then just ride them out. But my ally is not going to do that, unfortunately. But they're especially easy to take out, especially when they're in a corner like this. And they are in a corner. And when you have 4 knights, that's what you should do. You should just run ahead of them and get your knights spread out so they can't actually go through. And then you just hit them once and they rout all the, off the field. But I'm going to try and catch these Glade Riders over here, but we are not going to do that. Then I'm going to try and get them with these Goblin Wolf Riders, but I think I was off microing something else. Oh yeah, I was trying to get my War Boss. I don't remember moving my War Boss or these Goblin Big Bosses down here, and I was also microing our Wolf Riders to try and stay with the Hawk Riders. So they're not really doing much damage to the Hawk Riders. They've been shooting at them since back here, and I am really upset at how little damage they have done. But because I was microing other things, my trap with these Goblin Wolf Riders is not really going to happen, but we are going to kind of catch these Glade Riders, so I'm just going to let this happen, and we kind of catch one here and there, we catch another one, we catch another one, we catch another one, and it's just going to be like that until we finally, like, ride them around, like, over there, I think. Meanwhile, the second Glade Rider is back here. I don't really want to deal with these 2 archer groups with my Wolf Riders, because they're not really doing too much damage. I guess they're doing okay. But I'm going to pull out of the forest, go back towards my army, because you see my ally is going to be marching up towards the Wood Elf position. Now, I saw all these knights move into the forest here, so I know that they are there. And obviously I can see these forces, which I think I'm going to be shooting them with my Doom Tower catapult here soon, but we are going to start marching forward so we don't have our ally out marching us here. The vampire count's pretty slow, especially with Vlad and some zombies, so I'm not really too worried about catching up to them. Also, I was waiting for my war boss and the 2 Goblin Big Bosses to move back up here. Again, I don't even remember giving them orders, but they moved down there, and I'm like, oh, that's not where I want you guys to be. But over here you can see we eventually got the Glade Rider at a lot of high cost, these Goblin Wolf Riders, but that's a cost I'm willing to take. That's a trade that I like. Kind of sucks. I was hoping to rout them a lot sooner than that, but we eventually do get them off the field. We do still have some in the background here that are going to be dealing with our Wolf Rider archers. And unfortunately, since I saw these knights out here, my attention was kind of diverted, and these archers are going to get shot the hell up. And I am just not paying attention to them right now because I'm looking up here, and I'm trying to maneuver my Wolf Riders over here to get in a position to try and get in the back to try and get in these Glade Guard. And I am not going to notice these poor guys getting shot up until around here, I think. I'm going to start trying to book it this way. But yeah, you can see I'm trying to get our army up here. We were getting nailed by the Blessed Field Trebuchet on these nasty skulkers. They were aiming for the biggins, but they were getting the nasty skulkers behind them, which is really upsetting because they couldn't even see them at the time anyway. Then we also have this giant pack of Knights Errant trying to run around. So I'm trying to cut them off with the nasty skulkers to get that grenade. And we kind of get them in the aura, but we don't get enough of them. I'm still going to pop it, and it doesn't actually hit any of them. Even though, like, it was on them. Trust me, it was on them. Just like it's not enough. But anyway, I wanted to try and corral these guys in between our 2 armies and then smash them, but they are going to get through, which is unfortunate. And we are going to have to... We're kind of disorganized now, but we're going to get back information and charge up the hill to get these Blessed Field Trebuchet. The Knights Errant are running down here, and again, you can see my... Oh, I still didn't notice. Maybe it was now around this point. But yeah, I was too focused on these guys. So now I finally noticed, I'm like, oh shit, these guys are getting shot up. And so I'm going to get these goblins out of here. You can see my allies, Black Knights, are coming over here to assist. And they're doing a nice job getting kind of a surround here on these Knights Errant. As I am marching my forces up to those Blessed Field Trebuchet, because I do not want to get hit by them anymore. My Doom Tower Catapult, I think, is going to be relatively safe throughout all this, just firing into the Bretonnian and the Wood Elf army. And there go my Ancient Marauders. They'll come back, and I'll put them back into combat here relatively soon. But yeah, you can see that my poor Arachnoid Queen, I think, got nailed quite a few times by Blessed Field Trebuchet, I think. Which is why she is taking so much damage. We're going to get her in here. We're going to summon some spiders. We're going to get some debuffs going and buffs because from our Night Goblin Shaman, we see a Common Castadora missing, thankfully, because that does a whole lot of damage. So that is a missed opportunity. Then we're going to run our Orc War Boss in here, do some damage. We're fighting some Battle Pilgrims. We're just blooping all over the place, trying to get a surround bloop going with these nasty Skulkers and some more Orc Biggins. My Wolf Riders... Where's my Wolf Riders at? Did they die? Oh, no, I ran them all the way back here because these Wild Riders came out and I couldn't get past them. That's right. So we ran them all the way over here. Now we're going to find a little hole to go through, and they're just going to be like, boop, 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 going this way. Meanwhile, in the background, you can see my allies' army is dealing with those Knights Errant and what remains of those ranged forces. I am trying to kill the Damsel of Heavens at this point, because she's the easy target to kill. My Orc War Boss is going to be jumping on the Chalice, or the Grail Relique. I keep calling it Chalice. Probably because that's its picture. And I'm thinking that we can, deal a ton of damage to this Grail Relique with 3 bosses right here, right? Not really. That damn Grail Relique is so damn tanky. Meanwhile, anyway, over here, we found that hole, like I said previously, and we got into some of these Blade Guard. We're running around here. I want to run into these Blade Guard, but the Wild Riders are nearby. So I'm not going to run in quite yet, as we are still dealing with the Bretonnian army here, trying to just shut down these Peasant Archers. Finally, again, my Goblin Wolf Riders up here are still being hounded by those damn Hawk Riders, but that's okay. The Hawk Riders are much more expensive than my Goblin Wolf Rider Archers are. So I'm okay with that. We got another debuff coming down here from my Goblin Shaman. Nasty something. Oh, Itchy Nuisance. Over here you can see that these guys were routed by the War Dancers and the Wild Riders, and I was forced to retreat our other Goblin Wolf Rider out of there from the Wild Riders, who are now going to be chasing them, which is an okay trade for me because these are 300. Wild Riders are 1100, so if they want to chase the 300 unit around, that's totally fine. Battle Pilgrims, backed up by the Hero and the Grail Relique, are holding to the bitter end. These are basically like unbreakable Battle Pilgrims with all that leadership buffing them. But we are slowly chewing through them. The Arachnoid Queen is getting some good damage in on the Heroes. Although not as much as I would want, really. But we're going to try and start rounding these Bretonnian forces off, get our Orc Biggins on them. Our Wolf Riders, I stopped microing them, so they're actually going to get caught by these Knights Errant, I think. I ran them away from the Wild Riders a few times, and then I eventually just lost track of them because I was too busy up here trying to chase these Bretonnians. And now you can see that I'm shifting my attention over here, where we have summoned some more Spiderling Hatchlings, and we're trying to shut down the Archers of the Wood Elf player because the Vampire accounts, all their mobility was back here dealing with the Knights Errant, so it's kind of on me to shut down the Glade Guard over here. I think they all have Starfire Shafts too, so like they really need to be shut down. I guess this one doesn't. But we're getting some more Biggins over here. Orc War Boss, Goblin Big Bosses, Spiderling Hatchlings. Here comes the Arachnoid Queen. And we have wrapped up most of the Bretonnian forces. It took a little while because they were very sturdy with all that leadership, but we did manage to take them. I put our Goblin Wolf Riders into melee mode to try and chase these running units, because why not? So they're just like booping all over the place in that forest. You have another Itchy Nuisance going down here from my Goblin Shaman, who is way back here, slowly marching up. You see the Tree Man coming over here, so I'm going to cast Sneaky Stabbing on our Arachnoid Queen and try and have it do some damage to the Tree Man. Meanwhile, back here, we're getting hit by Glade Guard, but there's not much I can do about that right now. Doom Tower Catapult was hitting the front line of the Elf forces, and now it is hitting, apparently, this Glade Guard. That's what it's trying to go for. But again, like, it was not even, like, all the Hawk Rider needed to do, because I had nothing back here, was just do, like, a single charge on the Doom Tower Catapult, and they would have been routed off a long time ago. But luckily for me, their Hawk Riders are... Oh, they're right here in front of me. They're still trying to deal with my Goblin Wolf Rider Archers, which is super cheap. They're like 300, I think, or 350. Let's forget about that spell. That spell didn't really do anything. Yeah, you can see here we are all in the back lines of the Wood Elf player, and all their forces are starting to be routing off the field. They do still have their Fey Enchantress coming back. I think that's the Fey Enchantress. Or is that the Glade Lord? I think, no, this is the Fey Enchantress from the Bretonnian. So we're going to try and pounce on the Fey Enchantress with our Goblin Big Bosses, and I'm trying to get my Orc War Boss over there as well. As our Ragnar Queen still tries to deal with the Treeman. Knights Errant, I think, are still... Yeah, the Knights Errant and the Black Knights are still just duking it out far away from the battle. They're just out here having their own little private war back there. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Glade Lord, I think, took some damage in the fight against all the Knights over here. And the thing is, like, Knights Errant and Black Knights are pretty equal. But the thing is, the Black Knights, they can't rout. So they will fight to the bitter end or until they crumble. So you can see they just kind of outlasted the Knights Errant, who are eventually going to shatter here because we have destroyed most of the allied forces. And that is going to be a victory for the Greenskins and the Vampire Counts. That was my first time using a whole bunch of Goblin Wolf Rider archers, and I failed them. I got my Mage and Marauders killed because I was too busy looking elsewhere on the field. Somehow this group got 41 kills. I'm not entirely sure. I think that was actually probably in melee as they were chasing routing units, but really they didn't do that much in this particular battle. Unfortunate. But everything else did relatively okay. They did good enough. They did good enough. For over here, let's see. Those Black Knights got a decent amount of kills. How much did the Knights Errant get? Yeah, it looks like the Knights Errant did a little worse than the Black Knights. But the Black Knights were also supported by, like, Crypt Horrors, I think, and the Puppy, who I guess died at some point in this battle with the Cav. Like, and they're having their own separate war. And then for the Wood Elf player, their front line did really well at holding us off. 64 kills is really good. 51 kills is pretty good. And the treatment did pretty well, and it didn't even kill it. It just broke due to leadership losses, or morale loss. But yeah, so good game to Warsaw, Luigi Durden, and Shurikan. Shurikan. Clever. Clever. So let's go watch a cinematic view. Where are those arrows, boys? Oh man, what the hell were these nasty stalkers doing over here?
Turn around!
Oh, there's the puppy. No, the puppy's by itself. No wonder you died. You're all by yourself. Getting shot at by arrows. No, why? Why do they do this to you? Why do they do this to you? Damn it! God! There's nothing I hate more than when I see a Vargle get misused. Jesus. It's not a fortress. It's just a puppy! God! Stop running your puppies out by themselves when there's archers nearby. Damn it. That's the last place you want them.
Moving fast! Let's fight!
Yeah, get that Enchantress. Stab her! Murder!
Ready! Moving fast! Moving fast! Taking it! Fine!
The choppers out!
That's not how you want to use this spell. It's so expensive.
They're using Joey!
Go!
There we go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.